Greetings and welcome to Jefficho Films. Today we're going to talk about a robot movie. In fact, I watched all 3 robot movies that are supposedly a trilogy, but they're not really that well connected. We'll get to them though. It's directed by Stuart Gordon, who did The Fortress with Christopher Lambert, Reanimator, From Beyond, a couple recent watches. So let's review Robot Jocks. The movie starts out in a snowy wasteland 50 years since a nuclear holocaust where war is outlawed. All territory disputes between the 2 great alliances are settled by single combat at the Confederation playing field in Siberia. A battle rages by 2 giant machines piloted by their nation's champions. Machinery parts are scattered everywhere, and Vlad tries to surrender to Alexander, and the victory decision is given to the Confederation, but Alexander don't care.
You're next! Achilles!
Achilles, played by Gary Graham, watches as his team discusses espionage and how that could be a factor in the loss. He's the last trained robot jock, and he helps train the newbies, the test tube babies, gen jocks, who are trained to fight. They also want his DNA so they can make more.
Your DNA will be used to breed a superior stock of warrior.
Could we just skip the middleman and make a direct deposit?
Athena and the others are learning and asking questions because they are the future. Tex says he won his last battle through luck. Alexander drops a promo, and we see Coombs. Small part, but nice to see you.
Achilles! I have already killed you. Right here.
Ajax, do you think Achilles has a chance?
Damn right he's got a chance. He's gonna kill that cunt.
It's 10 fights to retirement, and Tex has already done it, and Achilles is 1 fight away. And he gets into his robot for his last fight. Everybody's wearing masks, and this battle is for Alaska. That's a first. They launch missiles at each other, fire lasers, but the secret's out. Alexander knew about his secret weapon. The refs turn off long-range weapons, and now it's hand-to-hand. Achilles is knocked down and unconscious, but he wakes just in time to take out Alexander's leg, and Alexander fires off a flying fist, and Achilles gets in the way, saving people but still falling into the bleachers. Hey, here's an idea. Don't go watch giant robots fight in the same area. 300 dead. There's a trial because Alexander cheated with a long-range weapon, and the match is declared inconclusive. I think it's pretty conclusive he cheated, so he should lose. But there's a rematch in 1 week in Death Valley. Achilles says he's done as he did his contract, 10 fights. Jameson, the commissioner, tries lying to him, saying it didn't count, so he has to do another. Then he tries bribing him when he realizes Achilles doesn't care about his bullshit lies. But Achilles still walks out because he can't be bought. Then we're off to the most happening club where there's a lot of prostitutes. Athena shows up and asks Achilles why he saved the bleacher bums. And then Alexander shows up to be a dick, and one of the tubies challenges him and gets hurt until Achilles steps in.
Let's finish it, Alexander. Here now.
I would not fight you even if you were so bad. I don't fight for fun. What do you fight for?
Achilles has a bad dream and an interesting wake-up. Athena is a curious one. She asks him all sorts of questions. She's pretty pushy and he has to ask her to leave. Later he watches the tubies train and gives her his lucky robe. Then he says goodbye to Tex, gets in his hover car, and drives to his sister, who's pregnant again, and she says with 6 kids they could get a 3-bedroom apartment. We watch the tubies train on some extreme monkey bars, and Athena's big competitor bites the dust, so she will face Alexander. When Achilles sees that report, he rushes back and gets himself put back into the fight. Dr. Matsumoto has upped his security on his new weapons. He's actually recorded it on a tape that only Achilles can see on fight day. This naturally upsets Tex, who says Achilles needs time to prepare. Tex also says that him and Doc were the only 2 people that knew about the laser, and he doesn't trust him. And Athena is naturally pissed because, Achilles stole her spot.
You pretended to retire so they'd offer you more money.
Well, you think what you want.
So why did you come back?
Needed the exercise.
At the bar, Alexander shows up to bug him, and Tex swings by Doc's, and the Doc shows him his last match, and how he was outmatched, and shouldn't have won. Tex totally denies it, but like, what better spy to have in place than a hero? Doc really should have thought up this confrontation, as Tex ends up shooting him, but at least he was smart enough to record it. Then Tex calls Jameson and tells him his lie.
I told him today I suspected him, and he came back here and he shot himself.
I'll be right over. Don't touch anything.
Right.
Athena comes by Achilles' place and apologizes because she's totally into him, but she also tricks him and drugs him, and then she has to fight him because the drugs take a while to kick in. She locks him in his room, gets dressed, put on the helmet. Jameson's wondering why he suited up early, and with a little unintended sexual harassment, tech crew figures out what's going on.
Go get him, Commander.
Hey, this ain't Achilles.
Achilles is trapped in his room, so he calls his car with his watch to break him out. Athena's creator tries to stop her, but she won't listen, and they try to halt the lift, but she climbs out. The refs don't care about the identities of the fighters. Achilles decides that if they can't stop her, they have to help her, and then we see the recording of Tex killing Doc, and Tex can't be stopped.
I'll see you hang for this.
I'll see you in hell.
Get it!
Alexander's robot has 4 legs, because last fight he lost the leg, so why not add a couple more, and that won't be a problem now. Athena tries to use the laser weapon, but Alexander jumps on top of her. Achilles says use the saw, and she manages to cut off one of the legs. Achilles jumps in his hover car because Alexander's fisting her pretty hard. He goes to kill her against the ref's ruling until Achilles shows up.
Wash you both like bags.
No. You're a lot of things, Alexander, but you're not a coward. I'm gonna get in this thing, and I'm gonna kick your ass!
Alexander ignores his government and loses the decision as he crushes the ref's vessel. They get Athena out, Achilles gets in, and he flies the robot into space, and Alexander follows above the earth, where he's shot and crashes right back down. Achilles is more damaged on impact, and he tries to get up, but it doesn't work, so he goes into tank mode, and he shoots Alexander in the crotch. Alexander flips him, and then has a crotch saw. Achilles now has no choice but to abandon the vessel, and he runs for it in his chase, and he makes it to his severed arm, where he rewires it and shoots the flying fist, which destroys all. Alexander got out pretty quick there, and they battle hand to hand, tirelessly, but we do get a solid Logan's Run line.
You can live. Yes, if I kill you. We can both live! We are dead. We're robot chucks.
Somehow respect won out in the end, but Alexander's government is 100% gonna kill him when he gets back. The end. It's had a budget of 6.5 to 10 million, and it had a box office of 1.3 million. That's bad, but this is actually one of the better robot movies. I had a lot of fun watching this. It's high energy. I wish Athena and Achilles had like a romance thing going on a bit more. Could have delved into that a lot more. Maybe just expand the characters, as the usual. Expand your characters so you're more invested in them.
Why the hell you think I came back?
There's definitely some things they could have improved. Texas Betrayal, though, was pretty cool. I like the fact that he was the hero and he was selling them out. Achilles was kind of like a son to him, so I would have liked a little bit more of a betrayal angle to him. What did Tex get in the end, though? Like, you would think that they'd be able to tell if he was getting money. Be like, oh, your accounts are pretty good. Yeah. You live in a really nice place, and you have all this fine booze. Tex living a life. In the end, I really enjoyed watching Gary Graham as the hero. I wonder what other movies he might have done where he was the hero. I really just know him from Star Trek and a few other like side roles that he's done. But he was high energy in this, and he carried this film really well. The cast was interesting enough. They had enough story. Some of the story actually leaks on to the other ones, like Robot Wars and Crash and Burn, but we'll get to those ones. But I totally recommend you watch this one. It was fun. And as always, thanks for watching.